So now we're going to do some more practice on admitting and retiring partners when the goodwill or bonus method is used. So let's start with part A. In the first part of part A, number 1, we want to use the goodwill method. All right, so we have 4 partners and Fergie's going to retire, and Fergie's got a 20% share of the partnership. And they've agreed to pay Fergie $190. So Fergie's capital account has to come up by the 30, the difference between the $190 and the $160 that's already in the capital account. And so this increase that they're going to give to Fergie implies that the goodwill is $30,000 divided by 0.2. And so then we're going to spread that implied goodwill across all 4 partners based on their profit and loss ratio. So let's set up the math here. So here's their original capital amounts, and we want to spread the goodwill. The total goodwill that we want to spread is this 150 that we computed. And so everybody's going to get their share of it based on how they're spreading profits or losses. Notice how this now gives Fergie the amount that's needed to make the retirement payout. And of course, we can copy that formula to get the balances and everybody else. So that's the goodwill method. Now, let's do it assuming the bonus method. If we do it with the bonus method, we assume that the $30,000 that's going to be put into Fergie's capital account so that the $190 is available for a distribution as a retirement payout, that $30,000 came from the other partners, and as opposed to a step up in the value of all the assets that's spread to the partners. So it would be drawn from these other 3 partners in the ratio of their profit share. Notice that that won't be 30, 30, and 20 because Fergie's 20% is not being counted. So it's in a ratio of 3, 3, 2, but not 30%, 30%, 20%. How will that work? There's a couple of ways, but so it's going to be minus 30 times the 30% divided by that ratio. Whatever 30 over 30 plus 30 plus 20 is. So it's no longer 30% because it doesn't add up to 100%. So we're taking the ratio of that 332, the 3 over 332, times the 30,000. We must have an order of operation. Oh, that should be times. Let's fix that. There we go. And of course, that'll be the same here. That'll be the same calculation. Let's do it again over here. So minus the 30,000 times that divided by that plus that plus that. So we get that ratio. And that should add up to be 30, and it does. Okay. So that's the bonus method, where you take it out of the other partner's capital account and put it into the outgoing partner. So you might want to freeze and see if you can do part B now that you've seen that. So now we're going to do part B, the bonus method. So now we have a different partner that's retiring. Now we have Panetta retiring, and Panetta's going to get 280. So that means that they're going to get an additional 50, which is what's needed to get that up to 280, which is what they have agreed to pay out. And so under the bonus method, that 50,000 will come from the other three partners. And so we would use sort of the same ratio thing, 50,000 times 30 divided by the 30 plus the 20 plus the 10. And then Fergie would be responsible for this fraction divided by the 30 plus 20 plus 10. Oh, let's get that right. Times this divided by that plus that plus that. Let's get our order of operations correct. There we go. And finally, last but not least, there we go, and hopefully those add up to be 50, and they do. So that's the bonus method, which would remove capital from the other partners and give it to the outgoing partner in order to buy him or her out. All right, so keep going.